What up everybody? So today I'll be going over how to do a fade. As you can see here, I began brushing through the client's hair just to get his natural growth pattern, and I began to start my process of doing a fade. Right here I decided to go on with my lever all the way closed, creating my first initial guideline. And today I'll be using the MRD Pro or X Pro clippers. Many people say that these are 360 Jeezy's new clippers. I decided to order these off of AliExpress to just see. I do not own a pair of 360 Jeezy clippers, so I can't compare them, but just from the outer image, they look identically the same. And I love the way that these are cutting so far. After putting in my first bald guideline, I went ahead and moved my lever all the way open and created my second guideline. And you can tell here that I'm taking my guideline a little bit higher than usual, so that way my blend could be very spread and nice. I'm going to repeat the same exact thing on the opposite side, still with my lever all the way open, going up a little bit more than an inch. I began to connect the back. This is more of like a drop to it, so I was going based off of the first guideline that I had set in. I put my number 1 guard all the way closed to create my third guideline. So I started clipper closed, clipper open, and now with my number 1 guard all the way closed for my third initial guideline. Repeat that same process on the opposite side of the head and you'll finish a whole lot faster. Using this technique, it's more like softening. Here I threw in a little sneak peek of the MRD 2.0s, pretty much like the Stylecraft Sabre 2.0, but that will be for the next video. After the 1 closed, I put on the 0 guard all the way closed as well. The 0 guard, it's its own separate guard. It's not a half guard, just to clear that out. Some people get that confused. And as you can see here, this method is just to soften lines out. I don't like to directly take them out instantly. I like to soften them out. After going closed with the 0 guard, I went ahead and went all the way open to just soften that top guideline that you see in the video. With the 0 all the way open, we're pretty much able to soften that number 1 close that we had started with. After the 0 guard, I went ahead and threw on my half guard. This one's a whole lot smaller than the 0 guard, and I just started to detail. I started to detail any dark areas that I seen, as you can see here. And yeah, pretty much with that half guard, I just began to lever play throughout both sides of the head, softening any lines that I see, getting them ready to take out that last guideline. Here are the half guards all the way open. And then I began to take off all the bottom hair with my trimmer. I'm using the cocoa trimmer. It gets really close to the skin. It still leaves a little bit of stubble, but with this type of hair texture, I only go with the shaver unless they request it or they ask for it. If not, usually the cocoa does the job. Do the same exact thing on the opposite side of the head. Remove all the little hairs that you see, and the reason I left them there is so that way my fade could be really contrast and I'll be able to blend up into that dark area. After removing the hair from the bottom on both sides of the head, I went ahead and put my clipper all the way closed, and then I just started to lever play that last line out. Lever play means just bouncing up and down and getting that perfect blend that you can see in the video, where I'm just slowly lever playing on this side and on the opposite side, just making sure that the fade comes out nice and real contrast. After finished lever playing, I went ahead and just started detailing. As you can see here, the clipper's all the way open. And just messing with the lever still, but pretty much just tying the fade together by detailing it all. He wanted to take the top a little shorter, so I decided to go with the number 3 all the way closed with the grain instead of going against, because if you go against, it'll take more hair off. But here I feel like a number 3 just tied everything together as well from the top to the bottom. After the 3, I went ahead and put some mousse in his hair so I can just start to lay down his natural growth pattern and just to see how everything is looking. And to be honest, clients really do appreciate when you brush their hair. It shows that you care for it. I began to prep the front hairline with a little bit of holding spray. Just made sure I hit every area. And then I grabbed a neck strip. This helps lay the front hairline down a whole lot better. After the holding spray fully dried, I seen that the front was a little too heavy, so I went in with a 1.5. After knocking those baby hairs down a little bit, I started from the front and made my way to the side, with my blue FX blade on my low pro clippers from Babyliss. Don't forget to hit the vertical bar, and I repeated the same process going towards the right side, making sure that everything was symmetrical and even. This was a tough hairline, so I took my time with it, made sure that the vertical bar was straight and sharp. And then here I'm just detailing the hairline a little bit more, seeing what areas that I missed and connected it properly. When I laid him back, I hit him with an enhancement pencil towards his vertical bars because those were a little light, and he did request enhancements, so I'm just setting that up. I'm going to hit him with a straight razor first just to connect everything and see if I need to make any adjustments before adding enhancements to the haircut. I like the way the hairline looked natural, especially after seeing it with the straight razor. Everything came out really sharp and real precise in my opinion. But then I began to hit him with a little bit of enhancements, and notice how I'm spraying at the card so the paint could reflect off of the card and bounce onto the hair. I hit the top area of his head because it was a little light. So check this out. This is how he walked in, and this is how he ended up leaving. Let me know if I saved him. Oh yeah, and also he decided to throw a line in on the right side of his head, so I did that. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe.